La la la. La 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 la. La la la. La la la. Yeah, doing it. Alright guys. Hi guys. If you're even here. Alright, so yeah.
Dad, and they're both really concerned about the safety of you and your sister. Do you think they're overreacting at all?
So yeah.
So what kind of experiences can you tell me about?
When I was one time, I started hearing tapping on my door, and it went from tapping to knocking to banging.
What did you do? I mean, I would have freaked out if I knew I was home alone.
I freaked out. It went on for probably about 5 minutes, and then after I went and opened my door, and there was nothing there.
So is there anything else you could tell me about?
I had a really overwhelming
La la la.
Where do you feel?
La 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 la.
I'm so scared to go in there. I always check the towel door and I check behind the shower. Just like I feel like there's just someone like standing there watching me. It's like I don't know if they're gonna jump out.
Alright, so what else?
What stupid thing can I draw?
Did you think
I
somebody
think it would be
on the bed?
funny.
I knew it wasn't.
How come?
I can always hear when they open their door and come out in the middle of the night, and I can hear their footsteps walking around.
How about physical attacks? Any that you can remember?
No,
What are your thoughts on what's here, what it wants?
I think it wants to see us and possibly hurt us.
The tall shadow things like to come into this room. I do see.
Yeah, what if I... Yeah, I'm gonna draw him.
So I think whoever's here is
Probably like one.
attacked, like physically.
Alright, I'll draw you.
Wrists, feeling like it's in. Did something to their leg, like right leg, but I hurt her leg really bad. Thing is, I don't know if the living person even realizes it's happening.
You know why these shadows are
Smurf? Alright.
Only thing
You can
I
draw a
heard was
Smurf.
because what she
So Mia was talking about today. She tells me there's a lot of scary stuff going on.
Yeah.
She was worried
I can draw a Smurf.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's happened. It's definitely getting worse.
So can you tell me about some of the experiences you had?
I heard this scratching.
You can draw a
on the
Smurf
very top
indeed.
of my door. I thought it was the cats, but it was at the very top of my room and they couldn't reach. And then I heard like a knock.
Hi, Noah.
It's scary.
I'm drawing.
Scared.
So anything else, Mia?
A few months ago, I saw a tall dark shadow figure standing in my living room. I actually drew a sketch of it.
You drew this? That's pretty creepy.
It was very tall. I remember that.
Mom mentioned to me that she gets angry for no reason real fast. Anything like that happen to you?
Yes, there's sometimes that I just feel angry for no reason. I'll just be angry at no one. I don't know why.
You think it's the paranormal stuff that's going on?
Yes.
My mic's on.
Those tall shadow things come in this room too. I'm hearing a lot of yelling and stuff in this room. The living here is hearing like male voices saying really loud. Like I'm hearing
Hi.
bitch.
At midnight, I can get you a soda.
Something as a person. Making them do bad things.
And what kind of experience is it for them?
Depends. It could be that they're blacked out and they have no control over what they're doing. And they make this person do or say or act abnormally.
Be sure you
So
put the
it's
sandwich
harming
right away
them
so you already won't have it anymore.
psychologically, well, and physically,
It
really,
was heat, it won't
than
take
just
long to
being
cool
on
down.
them. The That's like their torture.
I always start my investigations by calling local law enforcement. Turns out, an 18-year-old girl was murdered just down the street from Sarah and Jonathan's house. It's a pretty recent case, so the cops didn't want to talk to me about it. But I found a true crime author who says this brutal homicide happened because of a deadly obsession.
Pero so,
So Rick, I appreciate you meeting with me, helping out with this case. So before we get into what happened, what did you find out about the victim?
Our victim's name is Jessica Faulkner. She's an 18-year-old college sophomore here at local college, UNC Wilmington. She was in a dorm, actually only about 3,000 feet from the class.
Okay, so Rick, you know anything about the guy who killed her?
Yeah, 21-year-old Curtis Dixon. He was actually a college student also there. UNC Wilmington. He lived on the same floor as her in the dorm.
Okay, so now the two of them are living on the same floor in this dorm. What happened to them?
They actually
Something like
became
that's
friends,
wrong. This heat's
but it
so
soon
sad
became an
now.
obsession for Dixon. He started taking us into classes, her started making romantic advances towards her, even though she made it pretty clear that she had a boyfriend and was not interested.
Okay, so we're sitting here because she was murdered. So what happened?
So in April of 2004, Jessica got a text from Curtis asking her to come back to his room because he said he had a gift for her.
So what happened?
He tells her to turn her back on him so he can surprise her, and she does. He strangles her down to the ground, proceeds to rape her, and tie her to his bed, and goes to sleep.
And he goes to sleep.
Just goes to sleep.
This guy's an associate.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we know he's been arrested. How'd that all happen?
Called her father, and then turned himself into the police. Severe explosion.
That's unbelievable. I've never heard of something like this.
Pulled the fuck so they just closed the door.
Can you imagine getting that phone call?
King, as the dad of this guy.
All right, so did he go to trial? I mean, did he cop out a plea or?
Actually, no, he actually never made it to his trial. On December 10th, 2004, he was able to break away from his correctional officer, ran up the stairs in the cell block, got to the third deck, and jumped off, landed head first down on the bottom, and died the next day.
That was weird.
Yeah, see, taking his own life, he did manage to escape justice.
I think those tall shadow figures were bad people in life. I feel like they're criminals. Like they're criminals. Do you think there were way more reasons? I wouldn't go earlier than the 1990s with these guys. One of these dead males is big. Like, I think this guy was a big guy in life. Sharp jeans, he was built. I'd done in his 30s, maybe? Late 30s? The other one I get younger, much younger. Early 20s, maybe. They have this vibe about them that they think they escaped. So, like, I'm like, y'all know you're dead? Maybe they think they escaped something. I'm wondering if, like, maybe people, like, who actually think like escaped jailers, maybe? Their ego is way too big. Or maybe they did something and got killed before they went to jail, so they feel free. Like, there's
Mom
kind
might
of
think that they had like cold chicken tenders and pasta salad. Yeah. Or
So I'm heading over
salads.
to meet a local professor. She tells me Sarah and
Or get
Jonathan's
stuck with
house
salad.
only had one previous home,
Salad sounds
and his
pretty good.
life was cut short, way too soon.
When it's so hot, we're not gonna want anything hot to eat. You know?
So, Professor, thanks for meeting with me and helping me out with this case.
This juice.
Before we get to the fact,
Put it in the
do you know
microwave.
anything about the previous owners?
They were Anthony and Gina Mazer,
Can I
and they
microwave
bought the
my
house in
sandwich?
1956.
Okay.
There's some photos of them.
Yeah.
And are they the first people who lived there?
They were. They lived there for about 20
Air
years.
fryer?
Okay, so now it's 1956, they're living in my client's house. Was it just two of them?
For a while, yeah. And then they have a daughter. So they all lived in the house with the clients.
Make sure you check your
And
box.
Anthony worked in the oil industry here in Wilmington.
Okay, so let's move on. What about the theft?
In April of 1977, he was diagnosed with meningitis. It's an infection that attacks the brain and spinal cord. So as you can imagine, pain, he's got dizziness, nausea, a lot of suffering. The condition actually got a lot worse, and so the family had to rush him to the hospital, and once he was there, he died 6 days later. Got his death certificate.
He was only 56.
Yeah, it was devastating for Eugenia. Well, she wants to stay there as long as she can until she gets help from her daughter Peggy. So they're there until 2008, and then the house was sold.
My client.
That's right, to your clients, Sarah and John. And then Eugenia will live for another 5 years here in Wilmington. She died of PhD. Quick image of the way the man laying dead. The guy's wearing just like a white beater and boxers, who was kind of heavier set. He's probably like in his, I put him in his 50s. Be like brown hair. I think he just dropped dead, you know. So like it could be aneurysm, heart attack. What we feel is anger. For more information about the show, and if you need us to investigate unexplained activity in your home,
Please visit travelchannel.com/detectfiles. Click on Help Detect Files to submit your story, and we'll help you detect.
Oh.
So far, I've got
Oh,
clients
what?
verified something evil is going on.
Okay.
Right near the scene of a brutal murder of an 18-year-old girl. But I want to see if there's anything else. Searching through the archives, I find out that in the late 1800s, the streets of Wilmington turned into a bloody war zone. I gotta admit, I've never heard of the Wilmington Massacre until just now. But I tracked down a local historian who actually made a documentary about it.
You had armed bands of whites who were roaming the city, indiscriminately killing black people. There was a slaughter.
And apparently, it was the only successful coup d'etat in U.S. history. So, Chris, thanks for helping me out meeting with me. I appreciate that. So, I've done a lot of history of North Carolina, but I never knew about this part of American history. So, set the scene for me. What was this all about?
Well, after the Civil War, Wilmington became like a mecca for African Americans. So you had several lawyers here, black doctors, you had a black-owned newspaper. And so Wilmington became really what the New South could have been after the Civil War.
Wait.
What went wrong? Well, what went wrong was that you had a white supremacy movement, and you had a group of 9 wealthy businessmen in Wilmington who called themselves the Secret Nine. And what they wanted to do was really bring Wilmington and the whole state of North Carolina back to that era of white supremacy prior to the Civil War.
All right, so we got these secret 9 white guys.
What they do? Well, the first thing they wanted to do was spread a lot of misinformation and lies. So they used a lot of political cartoons that made African Americans look like beasts and monsters, of attacking white women. The whole meaning behind it was that if we let these African Americans continue to be in politics, continue to get power, they're going to come after your daughters, they're going to come after your wives.
So they preyed on their fears, basically. All right, so we got some propaganda going on. How's it go from that to a massacre?
Well, on November 10th, 1898, you had about a couple of hundred white citizens, and they wanted to first eliminate the black press in Wilmington, which was the Wilmington Daily Record, owned by African-American Alex Manley. This mob, which grown to about 2,000
Wait, hold on.
burned it down, stood in front of it, took pictures.
This is a hit?
Yeah.
Oh, really good. What happens next?
Then they broke off with patrols throughout the city, killing African Americans, men, women, and children. And it was just weeks of mass slaughter. There's an article about the massacre.
So how many people got killed?
We'll say the range of African Americans that were killed range from about 30.
Okay, so we really don't know the exact number. Okay. What happens after the killing stops?
They decide to take over the government. They remove the mayor, remove the alderman.
And they were taken out forcibly, I'm assuming?
Yeah, by force, by the gun. Either do this or we're going to kill you.
Did anybody get arrested for what happened?
No, nothing happens to anyone.
This is a real stain on the Wilmington history. Yeah, it's been a stain in the city for quite some time, and the city is still dealing with that still today.
I'm getting that feeling of doing it. You know, I have the impression of a house.
If you like Swiss cheese.
But it's like
I think you
two-story,
like Swiss
white,
cheese.
older
Yeah.
style looking house.
You're gonna give them the Swiss?
I want to say it's like 1850s, the earliest. Clearly got 1865, and clearly got 1895.
I don't think
It's
you
very
guys doing so
specific
well. No.
dates.
I don't
And I
think so.
did hear many people marching in the distance. This impending doom is associated with what is going on with the disposal of that house. There seemed to be some kind of like big thing that went down, and then the loss of the house. There's something disturbing about it. It's sad.
So what kind of effect would this have on people?
I believe that they would feel extremely stressed out. They feel like they're gonna lose their home or their land.
What's the matter, my baby friend, huh?
This doom is gonna happen, and they're gonna lose everything. Like it's always kind of like
What's the matter, my baby
right
friend?
there. It's so heavy on their shoulders, and it's coming out in anger.
Did I pull them on my bed?
I saw several disturbing things on my walk, but the tall shadow figure jumping a living girl in her bedroom concerns me the most. She's in the bed and she's on her left side. This guy is by the bed, probably about 7 feet tall. There's a lot of mist surrounding his form. It's a lighter color.
Is this what you saw?
Yes, that's what I saw.
Now that Amy and I have completed our investigations, we're ready to reveal our findings to each other and our clients for the first time. So guys, I'd like you to meet Amy. We're going to be doing the reveal from another room so you can concentrate on your case and that there without any distractions. Amy's is Sarah and her husband John. They live in this house with their 2 daughters. This is Carol over here, who's 15. This is Mia here, who's 10. Now, they lived in this house for 13 years,
Yes.
but recently all hell's broken loose here. Sarah says that whatever's here is going after her girls. So unless Amy's got some questions for you guys, she'll tell us about
Nana
it.
likes that sandwich spread too.
So when I first started my walk,
I said
I
it's
walked
pretty
out
good.
into the
It's kind of like
backyard.
Big Mac
I
sauce.
became extremely aware
There you go, there you go, I drew you. Hold on.
strong sense of impending doom.
There you go.
And this is affecting actually quite a large area, so not just your property. And it's so
There you go, there's you.
that I do feel like it's influencing people here, making them feel very stressed out, very anxious, being consistently exposed to that. It's all turning into like this anger. I felt
Yep,
like
that's you.
like somebody becoming like lashing out. I will experience anger that literally just comes out of nowhere, and it's
I'm gonna put this in the corner.
we will remove ourselves from the immediate area, and it seems like it immediately de-escalates.
Alright,
So, you get any sense where this doom is coming from?
Yes. There was a house that used to be around here. Something really awful happened involving this house and this land. And it was an event, and it never should have happened. I got
Yep, that's you.
1975
I drew you.
1895 were the 2 years that were very specific. And I did hear men marching in the distance.
You said a few things that make me think of a massacre that took place right here. In the late 1800s, Wilmington was ground zero for the country's only
It's you.
successful coup. What that time, there was a lot of prosperity in the black community down here. They did well. But there was a faction of white men in town that had money that this didn't sit well with. They called themselves the Secret Nine. Now, Amy, you said 1895, but this happened on November 10, 1898. First, a group of white businessmen and veterans, armed to the teeth, launched the only black newspaper in town.
Wait.
They
No.
burned the place to the ground.
It's not Sharky.
The day this happened, the crowd swelled to about 2,000. They spread out all over town, killing black men, women, and children. When all was said and done, at the end of the day, 3,300 black men and women were killed. After that, this crowd of men wind up marching to the home of the city.
That's you. Too bad.
Basically forced them to resign their company and install their own government. No one was ever arrested and charged. Could this deadly coup be
Whoa, okay, buddy. Okay, bud. Okay, bud.
My point is that they have quite a large area.
Okay, bud.
Okay, so what else happened?
Red baby, are you home?
When I was outside, I saw
Tell her, baby, you're starving.
Then I realized that it's two dead males. Initially, I saw them up on the
It's you.
roof, and I saw them banging on the wall. I think near a window.
So as you're looking at our fireplace, we have the two windows on the roof. It's always the window to the left as you're looking at it. You can fix that out of the corner of your eye, but when you try to focus, it's gone.
I saw them entering your house through the closet. They can affect their physical surroundings. I saw
I'm probably gonna draw Hello Neighbor now. I'm gonna draw the guy from Hello Neighbor.
Cabinet doors will fly open, dishes will fly out of the cabinets. I myself have heard the doorknobs, the banging, and we've had issues with the lights flickering.
Tell Amy about the Home Alone.
What?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's only when I'll hear what sounds like my wife or kids coming in the back door, and I just peek out and I'm like, yeah, they're there. Okay, I just go back to what I'm doing.
Gonna draw the head. Cause yeah.
It started off, she said, as almost like a tapping, and then went to a knocking, and then to a banging noise. Mia has heard
Oh, you better go check it
scratching on the
out.
door and her doorknob moving.
You better go check it
It's
out,
incredibly
huh?
terrifying because I could hear my daughter's door moving. And sometimes I'm so scared I can't get up and go check. It's mainly being caused by the girls. They have abilities, and so there's a lot of energy.
Hello, Fiery from It Show BFDI.
Lights banging the tapping.
I am drawing Hello Neighbor
Falls into.
from the game Hello Neighbor. Cause yeah, cause I'm drawing.
Yeah, I believe for more of physical media.
So,
Yes, I think I felt like Carol was more empathic.
Carol was very surprising. I would have not expected that. We've always said her life is rainbows and butterflies. Mia, I'm not surprised. I've always felt from the day she was born that there was something special about her. When you hear about poltergeist stuff, does it scare you?
It's concerning, but I'm far more concerned about the two guys.
Any sense of who they might have been when they were alive?
What I got was that they were criminals, that they were alive pretty recently, no further back than the 1990s. One is a pretty big dude, very old. The other one is smaller, like thinner, and I would have put him in his 20s. I wasn't sure, like I was like, did they actually like escape jail? Were they ever in jail? Did they die before they went to jail? But in their death, they feel like free.
In my investigation, I came across someone who killed himself to escape from jail. His name is Curtis Dixon. In 2004, he was a 21-year-old student in UNC woman. He had his mugshot right here. Now, he lived in a dome about 3,000 feet. He desk with another student in the same dorm. An 18-year-old girl named Jessica Faulkner. He had no photo. He took the same classes as her, kept making moves on her, but she wanted nothing to do with it. So now on May 4th, 2004, Curtis lured her to the room by saying that it's her room. Now once she's in the room, when she got there, he did the old, oh, turn around and I want to surprise you. He strangles her, rapes her, ties her to the bed. Next morning he gets up and she's dead. I get disgusted just talking about this guy. So the prosecution threw a book at him, and he was facing the death penalty, basically, in North Carolina. While he was in prison after his arrest, he broke free from his guards, ran up 3 flights of stairs, took a head dive over the top, and landed on his head and broke his neck.
What the?
Yeah. Is it possible he's one of the criminals you saw that's here?
Yeah.
Okay, so at least we know who one of these shadow guys are. Do they do anything else to these guys?
I saw in the back bedroom a girl in there crying.
That's terrible.
He appears as, 8 feet tall, black man.
Settle down. You want
She heard
I don't think he wants
outside
to.
the door, and then all of a sudden it came into the crack of the door, and was literally staring.
No, there's another door.
That's not good.
Great.
What I was seeing was him attacking her physically, holding her down by her wrists, and was doing something to her right leg.
Is it possible if she doesn't remember in the morning, or just too scared to say? Because I mean, she's never told me that, but she has had bruises on her leg, and I'll be like, oh, what happened? She'll be like, I don't know.
And she's complaining about pain in her legs. It's possible she can't remember the attacks. Yeah.
Now, is Carol's room the only room where they're attacking people?
No. I saw one of them in the lime room.
That's me, isn't it?
His attitude was even more intense.
No, no.
The other guy in the other room. I heard him yelling at the person, and I saw him actually jumping at this person. Letting this person do or say or act at them. So it's harming them mentally and psychologically. Why? She's 10 years old. He wants to torture her.
That pisses me.
Yeah.
Tell Amy about mood swings, how she gets angry.
So she too will get extremely angry and kind of fly off the handle, and it's so out of character for her. We had an idea that something bigger was going on. We knew that it wasn't just her.
It's possible that she's being jumped and that's what's coming out.
Yeah.
So, Amy, Mia's seen a shadow figure too, and she did a drawing. Anything familiar about this sketch from what you saw?
Well, I had a sketch of what I saw. That's exactly how she sleeps. It's very scary. It's very, very scary.
No kid should deal with any of that.
It's disgusting.
I mean, I'm ready to get rid of it.
I want to hurt you.
Nobody messes with the kids.
So, John, if you guys thought something paranormal in the house was going after your children, you were right. But now we got to answer the big question. Something you can do so you can get back to being a healthy, happy family, or you have to get the hell out of here. So that answer okay.
First thing that needs to be taken care of is the men. So, you find any type of witch. And the first thing that they need to do is to cleanse the home and the yard. Now, once that's done, the witch will then the barrier of
Hey,
the
let me
yard.
get that, my guy.
Then the men will use things to leave.
They get me.
Alright, and
All of these steps. Someone needs to be there, following and learning every single
there you
thing
go.
they're
That's
doing.
and there we go.
things get better once these shadow guys are out of the house?
Yes. I believe that Mia won't be as aggressive in her behaviors as she is being now. They won't see the shadow guys anymore.
Is there hunting stuff on the boat? The barrier hook is hunting.
Hello. Sure. Yeah. Sure. Alright. I'm probably gonna do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo to pick who I draw next. I don't know.
Some more? Want me to make some more water? Huh? Get more Kool-Aid? No, ice?
Thanks.
No ice? I'll give you less. I'm giving Grandpa a glass of water.
They are scared out of their minds.
Whatever the entities that are in our house are affecting our health and our safety. It's like attacking us. and she was playing.
Thanks.
She had nowhere else to turn.
That says Amy and I are her last chance. We can't help. It won't be long before she's a widow.
Keep it simple.
Like it's the dark hole. There's your check.
Alright.
So the people who get lost in what's real.
That should be simple.
Manipulation. This area is not healthy for the living.
That's, I know when we spoke about you were expert in health. I picked my health to stick to you.
You put the one on there that says Daddy Tom Ray.
Huh? We are just living.
Yes, my sticker says Daddy
At
Dog.
this point,
I didn't read it when I got it.
worried about my life.
Okay, you leave me alone, and by the time I realized what it said, it was too late to cancel.
Why you
Get my
think
money
what
back.
shit is going after? Do you have any thoughts on it?
You leave me
I think she's
alone.
more open to the.
I meant for that to be my water bottle anyway.
On the phone, you said Elaine used to be a cop and a firefighter,
Where's
right?
the water flavoring done?
I
Okay,
don't
so is
know.
it just the two of you?
Yes, it's just us.
I don't know.
You look happy in this photo.
When we're away from the house, we are.
Okay, how long have you guys been together?
We've been doing it almost 20 years.
So how long have you lived here?
Almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years. So Deb, I'm obviously going to do my investigation on the home property. Is there anything that you could tell me that could help my investigation?
Well, the previous owners that we bought the home from had a son who was murdered here in town. He lived here for a period of time.
Okay, I'm going to look into that, obviously. All right, so Deb, do me a favor and give me the list of what you guys are doing.
Well, we hear voices. We have seen shadow figures. It's become more aggressive. And I really feel that it's trying to kill Elaine at this point. It's depleting her life force. It's definitely affecting her and her health.
All right, so what do you mean when you say it's
What?
out of life?
Huh?
What?
3 o'clock in the afternoon, she's just exhausted and she has to go lay down.
Okay, so what's going on here? So you mean like the fighter room?
Elaine says that for sure.
So what makes you think that's from the town home or just only?
When we leave and go on vacation, it's completely different. That's why I'm saying I think that we're at least influenced by something.
I'm gonna add a little bit of
Fine.
water to my tap so it's not too strong, okay?
Just standing here watching.
That's
So we gotta fix it.
I felt something following me. I feel like a person. It just felt like a really dark energy. It's not when you feel watched and stalked by it. This dark energy is showing itself to me as a spider. And I think it has sucked all of the life force out of everything. And I was looking around and it was like everything was dying. This dark, nasty presence can affect the living by, I believe, like basically draining their life energy. So that
Drink it like a
makes
straw.
them very ill. Also,
Drink it like a straw.
intrusive thoughts,
Shake it.
regret,
Drink it like a straw.
repression over and over and over again. And I hear somebody being honest, yeah, it's always been down there. It's always been negative.
Okay.
I see shadow figures out of the corner of my eye,
Is it always down here?
usually in the entryway and the stairway.
Sarah asked you to get all this food away.
Could it be
I told you it would go back really fast. I'm sorry.
possible that's happening?
Oh, gosh.
Okay, anything else?
Things are moving on their own.
Thanks.
Okay, so what do you have?
A lot of times I'll come down and in the morning and my pictures are moving.
Whoever makes me, that's it.
I have like little So those are moving, and we'll get up and we'll just do it in the master bedroom.
Sounds like whatever she doesn't want to do.
Right. Big stuff physical and mental and emotional, obviously, toll. The people that are living in it.
Where's our garbage can?
Feeling the sense that this isn't right. There's something wrong with their reality. What I want to understand is this dark
This slow because we
thing
can always find someone to fill it.
that I know is like stalkers and watchers. There's annoyance with this.
You find our garbage can?
The clothes are all filled and you come back and it's like, this is weird. No. I definitely had that feeling there. Alright. And it's like constantly like that. And this thing lasts for 3 hours.
See what's going on.
I counted that it's shit.
You show me how hard it was.
What? You couldn't take the fucking brush out of the sink before you put all that shit in it? I'm sorry. It's all over the brush.
I've been touched across my wall, and like time I was sleeping in my room's bedroom, I felt like a forceful grip on my spine.
How'd you react?
I like pulled my clothes off because I thought it was falling on me.
You know, like a spider.
I've been touched.
Sure. Explain what happened.
I was half asleep and woken about 3:15 in the morning, and it felt like there was actually something in my throat, and I was having a hard time breathing.
So I had to freak out.
Yeah.
I know you're worried about the fact, but you have to put some on the limb. Maybe we'll get something figured out. Fix it.
The dark energy, that spider-looking thing, it's everywhere. That thing is creeping us out. Someone is being restless here. I see a woman. She's not saying that.
Just feeling my hands like grabbed like you're anything, like yanking back. They're scared, and they're having all of those experiences. Like feeling like they've been smacked on the face. This is bad.
So Elaine, Ted told me that she thinks whatever he is trying to kill. Do you agree with that?
I do.
So, talking to Deb, and I asked her how the relationship is going to be possible, but she said you guys are kind of fighting a little bit more than normal.
A little bit. I'm ready to take a break and just drive on and drop it.
You don't think it fits relationships now?
No, we've been together for almost 19 years.
So, obviously you've had experiences. Can you tell me about some of them?
I've seen all kinds of shadow figures all over the house.
Describe what you're saying.
Very tall shadow figures, maybe 7 foot tall.
Really?
Yes. I saw one in my bedroom, and it had legs, and it moved from the closet area, and it moved through the bed and just disappeared through the wall.
So Elaine, when I was talking to Deb, she told me that you were a firefighter and a cop as well. I gotta assume, like me, I've seen the worst of the worst. I have PTSD from it.
Yes.
Do you think that whatever's happening to you here with the paranormal, the PTSD is getting triggered?
No.
You don't?
No, I can tell the difference between the two.
Okay.
I don't have an explanation for what's happening.
It sounds like it's trying to drive you guys crazy.
It is. I went from going crazy with it. So somebody has seen this figure, and it is this dark energy. So they've seen a form. It's interesting. This living person was raped. They're actually kind of creating a person out of this energy, and that's pretty interesting. So this person created a shadow figure that looks like they're attacked.
What?
Quit knocking with your shoes on the floor and leaving them there.
I didn't put your shoes on the
Here,
You're the one sitting there, and I keep picking them up off the floor. It's the
someone
third
who's
time.
like 9 to 5, clean cut. They've actually given it like a existence in like a shape. It's become kind of physical in a way. Obviously, they must have some capability.
Okay, shadow figure, we got that. What else you got?
I was sitting watching TV one night on the couch, and I felt a really bad burning sensation on my back.
What was it?
Well, I asked Deb to look at it because I thought that something had bit me. And she wasn't really sure yet. And this is what she saw.
And this just came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. And it hurt for a long time.
Right, anything else?
I was at the top of the stairs, and I felt 2 hands on my back. And it was a pretty hard shove. I reached around and grabbed the handrail with both hands. And if I hadn't, I would have went straight down the stairs.
Obviously, if you would have fell, you could have broken your neck.
It would have busted my head wide open.
You know, as tough as you are, know your background. I'm surprised you didn't run the hell out of here. Like the guy might have ran out. Okay, anything else?
Since we've moved in, my health has completely went downhill.
You know, when I spoke with Deb earlier, she mentioned that. Explain to me what's going on.
I stay tired all the time.
Sounds like depression.
I know, and I don't feel good.
You feel abused?
I do, by something that I cannot see.
You're in a lot of trouble here. This has got to stop.
What kind of effect will all this have on somebody that spends a lot of time here?
This dark energy, I think, being exposed to it could make you sick because it killed. It was killing, sucking the life out of everything. It's sucking the life out of people. Feeling off constantly. Never feeling quite right. Questioning your sanity. Questioning your reality.
And I'm pretty sure that's gonna be it. That's the Minecraft. Yep, and that's the Minecraft grass block. Put it next to here. That's it. That's the Minecraft grass block. Alright. Thanks. You know, I'm probably gonna end stream right around then. Alright, thank you guys for watching. hope you like that. I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed my stream and the free drawings I did today. And hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you like tomorrow.